If you're like me, you love to travel, to meet new people, and to explore different cultures. Now, when you travel internationally, you're probably going to have to use English. And that's why in today's video, I want to give you 10 English words you can use to talk about travel. Now, let's get right into the lesson and look at the first word on our list, which is jet lag. Jet lag. Now, jet lag is when you feel tired after traveling by plane. So maybe you've been on a really long flight, you feel tired, you can say you feel jet lag. For example, after the long flight to Tokyo, I had severe jet lag for days. Or it takes time to adjust to the time difference and overcome jet lag. Have you ever experienced jet lag? If so, let me know in the comments. I know I have. I've been on some very long flights and it's not fun, especially if you're like me and you can't sleep on planes. So, jet lag is when you're very tired after traveling by plane. Now, the next word on our list is excursion. An excursion is a short trip or outing, and it's usually for a specific purpose or specific activity. For example, we took an excursion to the mountains to go hiking. Or you could say the school organized an excursion to the science museum. So it's a short trip, it's a short outing, and it's normally done for a specific purpose or activity. We say excursion. Not excursion, but excursion. Excursion. Voyage. So an excursion is a short trip, but a voyage is a long trip. And normally we do voyages, we take voyages by sea, so on boats, or to space. For example, the Titanic was on its first voyage when it sank. Or the astronauts began a voyage to the moon. Okay, it's a long journey, it's a long trip, it's a voyage. Souvenir. A souvenir. This is actually originally a French word, and we stole it from the French in English. And essentially, a souvenir is just something you buy on vacation. And it's something you buy on vacation so you can remember your vacation. For example, she bought a beautiful painting as a souvenir of her visit to Paris, to remind her of her visit, a souvenir. For example, postcards are examples of souvenirs. So you can buy a postcard on vacation to remind you of your trip. Now, the next word on our list, well, it's actually two words, is boutique hotel. Now, a boutique hotel is a small, high-quality hotel with more personalized service, okay? It's a small hotel, but it's very, very high quality, and it has more customized, personalized service. For example, we decided to stay at a boutique hotel in the center of the city for a more intimate experience. Or, since they're smaller, boutique hotels can focus more on an individual guest experience. A boutique hotel. Boutique. Boutique hotel. Now, before we continue, I want to tell you that if you want to sound more natural in English and improve your pronunciation, don't forget to go check out my gold package. You can find the link to the gold package down below in the video description. In the gold package, you're going to get 3 masterclasses from me to help you upgrade your pronunciation. And you're also going to get an amazing ebook with a bunch of phrasal verbs and idioms that we native speakers use all the time. If you want to sound more natural, you want to improve your pronunciation and expand your everyday English vocabulary, the gold package is just the thing for you. So make sure to go check it out down below in the video description. Okay, with that said, let's get back into the video and look at the next word on our list. So we've talked about vacations, but let's talk about a staycation. staycation. What is a staycation? Now, maybe you can guess by looking at the word, but a staycation is basically a vacation in your own city. So maybe you have a weekend free and you want to explore your own city. You can say you're taking a staycation. For example, I finally have some time off work. I think I'm going to take a staycation. He decided not to go on vacation in Mexico. Instead, he's taking a staycation and will explore his own city. So he's not actually traveling away to another place. He's staying in his own city, maybe seeing what the sights have to offer, going sightseeing. He's taking a staycation. Now, I know that when you live in a city, it's totally different from traveling to a new place. And sometimes if you've lived in a city for a long time, maybe you haven't actually seen all the touristy things like museums, galleries, concerts, restaurants. Maybe you haven't done what the tourists do. So if you take a staycation in your own city, you can be a tourist in your own city. We say staycation. Now, the next word on our list is sightseeing. And I mentioned this just now, but we use this in combination with the verb to go sightseeing. Now, when you go sightseeing, it means you visit different places in a city, normally on vacation. For example, I loved sightseeing in New York. I went to Central Park, Brooklyn, and the Empire State Building. I went sightseeing. You visited a lot of different places. On our trip to London, we're going to go sightseeing. We're going to see everything London has to offer. We're going to go sightseeing. Now, we go sightseeing. Don't forget this little verb here, to go sightseeing. Panorama. What is a panorama? So imagine you're standing at the top of a mountain. You have the most beautiful view you've ever seen. You can see so much. You can see rivers, you can see valleys, you can see lakes. We call this a panorama. From the top of the mountain, we had a panorama of the entire valley. We saw the whole valley. We saw a whole bunch of different things. We had an amazing view. We had a panorama. The rooftop restaurant offered a 360-degree panorama of the city skyline. It offered an amazing view, 360 degrees. You could see the whole city. It was a great panorama. Panorama. To take a stroll. This is super common and it's more informal. But when you take a stroll, you take a slow and relaxing walk. For example, let's take a stroll along the beach. Okay, let's go for a walk. Let's take a stroll. Take a stroll. We took a stroll through Central Park when we visited New York. We took a walk. We took a stroll. Now, be very careful here. A stroll is generally a slow or relaxing walk. Okay? It's more relaxed. It's slower. A stroll. You take a stroll. A layover. Okay? You've probably heard this before if you're traveling. You can also say stopover, layover, or stopover. And this is when you have to change planes and spend time in another airport. We say you have a layover. For example, unfortunately, our flight was delayed, so we had a long layover at London Heathrow Airport. When I traveled from New York to Australia, I had a layover in Los Angeles, okay? You had to change planes and you had to spend time in the airport. You had a layover. That's it for today's video. I hope you found the lesson useful. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to English at the Ready for more lessons. And if you want to improve your accent and pronunciation in English, go check out my gold package in the video description. It's really going to help you sound more natural in English. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next lesson.